In this tutorial, we'll go over using custom filter rules. We'll go over what they are, how they can help, some example use cases, and how to set them up. Just because a new listing has been found doesn't always mean that you want to buy it based on the price and keywords that you put in search result terms. You then want to evaluate other specific item information in order to come to a final decision. Filter rules are logical if-then statements that can be applied to listing data in the results view. You'll be able to remove records automatically and highlight specific cells or rows with colors to help more easily identify this data. As you repetitively see listings in a standard format, you'll build a muscle memory that allows you to scan a listing like a photo rather than reading it like a book, and this will increase your speed and accuracy. Every buyer's needs are a little bit different, but most all users have a few key bits of data they'll benefit from applying filter rules to. To access the filter rules, you'll go to Home, Filters. Otherwise, you can access them from the Filters tab. We've included some default filter rules. And as you can see in the results grid, we have none of these applied right now. This will give you an example of how these can help you quickly scan listing information. We'll go back to Filters. We'll apply these. Go back to the results view, and we'll see that all of these columns that we wanted to be notified about have some conditional statements run against them for color. In and outside of the default rules that are included, some examples where you might use filter rules are if you want to remove records where the feedback is negative, or you might want to highlight the entire row for a specific seller. If quantity is greater than 1, you may want to know information about returns information, or quickly identify the listing has a condition description for further review. Next, we'll create a couple filter rules. To do so, click the plus icon, and in this example, we'll make a filter rule that if there is a condition description, we'll highlight the entire row yellow and select Action, Format Row. We'll come over to our if-then statement, click plus, we'll select Condition Description, and we'll say if the condition description is not blank, we'll assign a color appearance. We'll select yellow. We'll give the filter a name. We'll call it Has Condition Description. We'll click OK. Be returned back to the filter rules menu. We'll enable this filter rule. We'll head back to the results tab, and these will be applied to existing records. Any listings that have a condition description are now highlighted in yellow. If this ends up being not the right field, where here I see it's quite a few listings, so maybe I want to adjust that. Come back Home, Filters, Edit, and I'll change to format a specific cell, and I'll choose Total Price. Click OK. I'll head back to the results view, and now I can see that the total price field will show yellow if there's a condition description. This will help me quickly scan, as I'll see that the total price field is yellow, and I'll know that I need to read the condition description down in the item properties before I move on with the purchasing decision. In the next example, we'll make a filter rule that highlights if a listing result is a specific seller. We'll click plus. We'll say to format the entire row. We'll click plus, and we'll say if the seller name is the Sell Point International, we'll assign a color condition. We'll give the filter rule a name, call it Seller Sell Point. Click OK. Make sure that the filter rule is enabled. Go back to results, and as we can see, here's a record where I'll know that it's a specific seller, and a couple more. Some other examples from the included stock default filter rules are for condition, where we have one set up. If the condition is for parts are not working, turn the field red. If it's used, turn yellow. Also for returns information, where if returns are accepted, the value will be green. If no returns are accepted, the field will be red. And also for feedback score. If the feedback is a negative number, the rows have automatically been removed. If they're between 1 and 10, they'll be yellow. And if they're higher than 10, they'll be green. Again, every buyer has different needs based on the data they want present in the results view and based on their purchasing criteria. You can play around with the current included filter rules for additional examples and come up with your own to improve the speed and accuracy during your item review.